what's the biggest secret you've kept quiet that could have ruined lives? So we'll see what they have to say. I would love to make a video with your secrets. If you want to hear them, email me. It will all be anonymous. But this idea comes from Mia ASMR, or at least I've watched her videos where she's telling secrets before, so shout out where credit belongs. Thank you, Mia ASMR, for the idea. I love her videos. So anyway, let's get going. The first secret. My brother has HIV and won't tell our parents or any other family. It wouldn't ruin their lives, but he's ruining his by going at this mostly alone. He's had to borrow quite a bit of money, and everyone just thinks he's being irresponsible. That is a very sad secret. I hope he finds the trust in his family to share that, because, being sick is nothing you should be ashamed of. I came into work one day and a female co-worker had been using my computer to Facebook chat. She had went home and accidentally left her Facebook up. So seeing how it was my office and my computer, I read through some of the IMs. She had been sleeping with her boss for months, and the conversations were very graphic. So yeah, boss is married. In one conversation, he laughs about how a female employee left 5 minutes before my wife came home. Now, boss and I, even as far as rank goes, are even, but we rarely get along and haven't for years. I've always thought he was a douche, and this confirmed it. This took place about 3 years ago. We've had several head-to-head arguments since then, and I've always known I could absolutely ruin his shit if I wanted to, but I've always taken the higher road. He has no idea that I have that full conversation still on my computer. Sometimes revenge is amazing. Yeah, honestly, good for you for standing the moral high ground here. I probably couldn't. I found out my father isn't my biological father. My real father died a few years back, and I never got to meet him while he was alive. Apparently, my mother was in love with him, and once my parents split for a brief period in the early 80s, I was conceived. Once I was born, my mother left him and continued with my father. Nobody knows I know, and I actually have found his kid and family on Facebook. I haven't spoken of this to them or sent a friend request. Occasionally, when I'm feeling down, I go to view their profiles and see how their lives are going. So I have 2 younger half-siblings I've never met. I doubt they know I exist. I'm scared of telling my folks in fear of reigniting a fire that hasn't burned out or hurting our relationship deeply. I'm a bit sad. My grandmother always told us her dad was a firefighter who got a heart attack at age 35 and died. And her mom had told her whole story down to the exact street corner he had the attack on, and I never thought about it, except it did seem a little strange that no one else in our family had any history of a heart disease, much less an earlier death from him. When she was dying of cancer, her last wish was to be buried next to him, but she didn't know where he was buried, so I told her I would try and help. I did a bunch of research and found out that he actually didn't die of a heart attack, but instead just left. My great-grandma moved to LA, remarried, and had a new family. He died there some 30 years after my grandma thought he did. I never told my grandma that her dad abandoned her. Her last memories of him were good ones, and she ended up in an orphanage after that, so he really did fuck her life over. I'm curious to meet his new family, but I don't think they'd be interested to know he never divorced my great-grandma, so his marriage to their mom was never actually valid. Crazy. I love that he didn't die. Like, that's a really nice thing to do, I guess. I knew my friend's uncle was cheating on his wife. Also, he was getting his 14-year-old to drive him around when he was drunk. That's crazy. I used to work at a major university, and a couple of my bosses took from federal grant money and used it to pay for vacation to Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, I feel like it's a really common thing. So that's that funny comment. No, you won't admit to murder this time, please. What has happened there? My grandpa took the job in Saudi Arabia to be closer to his Filipino girlfriend, leaving his brain-damaged wife to suffer her final years in my and my mother's care. My grandpa is doing everything she can to get well after a stroke, hoping he comes back home. It's heartbreaking. That's actually really sad. I feel sorry for the grandma. That's mean. I can't quite the fact that my father was cheating on my mom for a while. I never mentioned it to anyone, not even my father. I just have kept tabs on him. One day though, I slipped up, and now my parents have split. Divorce will be down the line. Honestly, I hate when the kids find out about the cheating. Like, that's such an uncomfortable position to be in, and I honestly don't wish that to any child. A little while back, I downloaded Tinder to try it out. About the 10th woman who came up was a friend's wife. I've heard that a little too often. My buddy, very, very popular guy, tried to make a move on me on his birthday. We were both guys and really good friends. So, as of now, I think he's closeted, or I don't know, honestly. I've never brought it up, only to one friend, never planning on telling anyone. I'm still cool with him, and I'm sure he remembers, so that's his business. That's nice not to share, but also, it's kind of this underlying little elephant, but of attraction. I mean, like, it's kind of funny. Okay. checked the video and it had confirmed the new girl at school was her. She told the account she came to America to get away from her town where everyone knew what happened to her. I'm the only one at our school that knows. And honestly, I'm hoping you keep that to yourself. That's very sad, and I hate that it happened to her. I walked in on my best friend's wife fucking her good friend David. These two were going at it like it was their last day at Rome, and by that I mean I'm 99% sure he was doing it up the bum. Considering my best friend claims that they don't even perform oral on one another, I found that confusing, frankly. I've tried to broach the subject several times. He's cut me off each time. I'm pretty sure he knows. Maybe they have an arrangement. They might. I should read my texts before I say them out loud in my videos. Sometimes I bring myself in very tricky situations here. Trying not to get them on those. But it's a secret though. I'll give you that much. Okay. My uncle molested me as a child, even paid me a few bucks here and there for performing well. I never told anyone because he was a dumb young teenager, and I didn't want to ruin my family. I actually did see the first line of that before reading it, and I'm sorry if that was a bit surprising, but I feel like that is something that shouldn't be not talked about, so I'm including it in this video because that is not okay, and if that is something that is happening to you or your friends or anyone you know, please make sure to seek professional help. This is not something that's okay, and it is most definitely not your fault in any way whatsoever, and I just wanted to make that clear here that that is not okay, and that should be talked about. One of my good friend's wife is in love with me. They've been married and have 3 kids, and she's told me that she's willing to leave all of that to be with me. If that info got out, I know at least 4 people whose life would be turned upside down. Doesn't make it better that I'm a chick and I'm 15 years younger than she is. Interesting. My best friend's son is not biologically his, it's his brother. Ouch. Why do you know that? Does her dad know that? My friend's dad is gay. I have this friend, let's call him Bryce, is gay and was 16 at the time. He has Grindr, and on it he found my friend Corey's dad on it. Corey's dad started flirting with Bryce and telling him that his age didn't matter. Corey's dad is in his late 40s or early 50s, I believe, and asking where they could hook up. As soon as he found out which school Bryce went to, he stopped talking to him and blocked him on the app. Bryce decided it was best not to tell Corey. Corey's dad has 3 kids and is married, and every time I see his dad, I feel really bad for him and slightly uncomfortable. Yeah. I think that's a sad thing in the bit of an older generation before us, that there's a lot of people who are not entirely comfortable with, you know, living their sexuality how they would like to, and they have to keep it class. Mr. the Radius, I was fishing this morning and forgot I had this in my pocket. Wanted to do the right thing. Goes to hand me a pocket knife. The district has a zero tolerance policy. It's unclear what will happen to this kid. Depends on whether it has happened before. But it will be some pretty bad mojo. The last thing I want for this kid is to learn firsthand at this point in his life that doing the right thing will get you fed into the wheels of a terrible bureaucracy, while you will then be grounded into dust. So I tell him about the policy and what would happen to him if I weren't me. Then I put the knife in my own pocket, wondering to myself if I'll get fired if I'm caught with it, and give it back to him at the end of the day with a statement along the lines of, I never saw this, you're going to go straight home and never bring this back to school, and we're never going to speak of this again. Very, very rarely do I break or bend any rules or laws. I drive 5 miles under speed limit. I feel guilty even doing this, but in this case I could not in good conscience turn this kid in for doing what he was supposed to do. That's a good detail. That's really sweet. Really nice to look out for your students. I like that. Alrighty guys, those are some slightly darker secrets from Reddit. I hope you enjoyed this. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As I said, you can leave me your messages, your secrets, if you dare to, and I'll read them in a separate video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and